Psychologists have not done a bad job over the years in describing the male sex role. Words like aggressive, competitive, independent, unemotional, things like that. They're pretty close. They're not so bad. And they've also been pretty active in telling boys that maybe they shouldn't be like that they should be different. Like that movie, The Mask, where they talk about the male sex role as being an enemy and the villain, and how boys need to take it off like they would take off a mask. And so the whole male sex role thing has become like a negative. And I think that they've missed something very important. They've missed out on why the male sex role is like that. And of course, it's like that because of gynocentrism. The whole idea of men needing to sacrifice to protect and provide for women. And this is what drives this male role, though you'll never hear that from the psychological material. You'll never see anybody talk about that, but it's so true. And let's go through a couple of the ways that young boys are taught to be what I call gynocentric foot soldiers, to be the soldiers in this war of protecting and providing for women. And we've always thought of it just as the male sex role, but really it's the gynocentric role. So let's look at a couple. The first one is the girls first. Girls first. Yeah, I remember in elementary school back in the 1950s, I used to use that all the time. When a big assembly would happen and they'd say, girls first, and the girls would exit from the front and over to the side, and the boys have to sit there and wait. I remember one time asking, when do boys get to go first? And they didn't like that. They told me to be quiet and wait my turn. And so what are the boys learning from this whole girls first thing? What do the boys learn? They learn that they better learn how to put their needs second. If only for the reason that they have different genitals. That they better learn how to be second and not get upset about it. Because if you say something about it, you're going to catch crap. So girls first, and it's still, even today, you don't hear that much about girls first in schools, I would bet, but you do see it, the ladies first stuff all the time. So it's still in our cultural consciousness, this whole idea of ladies first or girls first. And the second one for the boys was big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry. When boys would cry and get upset, the parent would say, big boys don't cry. What is that telling the boy? What's that saying to him? It's saying to him, you know what? Your needs are not as important as your sister's. In fact, when you have needs, you need to just stuff it. You need to not say anything at all. And so he sees his sister, turning on the waterworks and getting what she wants. But when he does that, it's like, wait a minute. He gets nothing. In fact, he gets rebuked for it. So the parents or the caretakers are saying, big boys don't cry. And he learns that his needs are less important than his sister's needs, just because of their genitals. He's like, what is going on? He's learning how to be a gynocentric foot soldier. He's learning how to put his needs second and her needs first. This is what he's going to learn when he starts the provide and protect role. He's got to learn that he is at the bottom and he's got to protect and provide for her. His needs come last. But the whole big boys don't cry thing there's something else very important going on there. And that is when the adult says, big boys don't cry, what are they doing? They're not only telling him that his needs are unimportant, they're excusing themselves for any responsibility to offer him compassion. They're letting themselves off the hook to be compassionate towards him. So he sees that they think of his needs as something that can just be discarded. And he sees that over and over again in our culture. People run from his needs and his hurt. Big boys don't cry. Yeah, right. And then there's the never hit a girl thing. Geez, never hit a girl. How many times have we all heard that one over and over and over again? What's going on with that? What it is really is that they're teaching the boys who the enemy is. The enemy is other boys, and the ones to be protected are the girls. So you never hit a girl, but you make sure no one else hits a girl too, right? So the whole idea of never hit a girl, again, throws his needs down low. Even his safety needs, because what happens? The boys enforce this too, and they make sure that those other boys don't hit girls, and the girls pick it up. They say, oh boy, he can't hit back. So some of the girls start hitting boys for no reason. Boom, she hits him. He can't hit back. And then he finds out, wait a minute, nobody cares. The teachers don't care. They don't care. They see female violence, they turn their back to it. They say, oh, no big deal. So he learns an important lesson. Even his safety needs are less important than hers. And if he's got a problem with it, better shut up. Because if he turned some girl in, guess what? He'd face a gauntlet of judgment of all these people saying he was a pussy to turn in a girl. So boys have this big boys don't cry, girls first, never hit a girl. All of these things rolled together are teaching him that his needs are less important. And what's really important are the needs of the girls and his sisters, right? I mean, that's what he's taught to do. This gynocentric soldier is taught that his needs, he needs to learn how to stuff those, push them down, but he also needs to make sure he takes care of women and girls. And the boys see this every place they look. You know, they see their fathers not saying no to their mothers. They see their fathers making sure they cater to what mom wants, but not really catering to what dad wants. They see the media doing the same thing. They see the media portraying men as caretakers for sacrificing themselves for women. Their lives, their money, whatever, they sacrifice, and that's what they're supposed to do. And if the media doesn't show them sacrificing themselves, what do they show? They show them as baboons, as people who are stupid, right? They portray men as being dumb. And then you look at the legislators, you see the same thing. This gynocentric foot soldier in the media, in fatherhood, in the legislators, all they're doing is the legislators are focusing on the needs of women and girls. And you get all these laws that are about protecting women, but almost nothing about protecting men. So what does all of this call us to do? You know, in my mind, a part of what it calls us to do is to teach boys that it's okay to take care of yourself, that it's okay to take care of your own needs and to respect your own needs and have others respect them also, and that you are not here to build a world for someone else only. You're here for your own needs, that you have value, young man, in your being, not just in your doing. You have value in your being. We need to drill that into boys over and over again because they've been hit with this gynocentric stuff that says you're supposed to take care of girls and women. They need to learn to take care of themselves. They need to learn that they have value. And then once we teach the boys that they are valuable just in themselves, we need to let them do what they want. If he wants to go to the desert and become a hermit, then bless his heart, that's good. If he wants to get married and have 6 children, bless his heart, that's really good too. If he wants to go to Antarctica and study ice balls, I mean, who cares? Let him do what he wants, but first inform him of what's happening. Then give him the power to do what he wants. Because what I see in feminism today is that they basically are saying some rules are good and some rules are bad. Yes, it's good for you to go to work, lady, but not so good to stay at home and be a mother. We need to make sure we don't do that with our boys. We need to let our boys do whatever they want. If they want to go their own way in whatever way they want, we need to love them for that. If they want to have family, we need to love them for that. But the first thing is we need to help them understand that they have real value. And right now, our culture has done anything but that. And importantly, we also need to let them know that they and men